Landing pages are the quickest and easiest way for you to get your ideas out there and find out if anybody's even interested in using your product or service. So today, we're going to be using Instapage and the AIDA method to create an effective landing page. Hey guys, so today we're going to be making a quick landing page with Instapage. Now, I'm a hardcore programmer, so typically I code my websites, but in the scenario that we're just trying to do some tests, we're trying to get some stuff quickly out there to figure out, if there's an interest. Instapage is a really good way, especially since we're always kind of changing the content, and sometimes we need to put out a ton of landing pages, so this really saves a lot of time. If you're not familiar with Instapage, click the link below. You could create a trial account, try it out, see if it'll fit your business needs. But also, I want to kind of talk about the AIDA method. So we're going to be using the AIDA method today to make our landing pages more effective. So AIDA is basically an acronym, AIDA. It's for attention, interest, desire, and action. So we'll get into what that means as we build the page. So first, go ahead and log in, and then we're going to be creating a new page. So we'll just do standard page here. And as you can see, what comes up, there's a lot of different templates, a lot of different options that they have. You can choose from lead generation, two-step, click-through. Some of them are already pre-built. A lot of good designs here to kind of speed up the process. In my scenario, I'm going to create one kind of from the bare bones to kind of customize it a little bit. So we'll choose this one because I think this one kind of works well with the AIDA method. Okay, we're going to name this QuoteLogic. So QuoteLogic is actually a company that I'm going to start, depending on what type of response we get from the marketing. But basically, it is a subscription-based software development company. So, in my current business, I get a lot of requests for the same thing from a lot of different companies, which is automated quote generation, contracts, work orders, things that kind of take a lot of time for people to put together. A lot of them are asking us to kind of create something that automatically does that. So instead of having to reinvent the wheel every time, if we have a focus on a company that does this, we could kind of reuse some of the code, speed up the process, but we can also charge a pretty good monthly residual, which will fit our passive income goals. So QuoteLogic is a company. Right now it's just going to be a test, but we'll see what kind of results we get. So first off, I like to kind of have the dark background just to kind of capture the attention. So to speed up some time, I already uploaded a few images that I created in Photoshop, some of pictures that I just kind of got from stock photography, but you guys could do the same thing. So first I want to change this background to a dark image. So I'm going to click this, click on the image, background image. So I already pre-uploaded some of the pictures. So this is the one that I created. It's supposed to kind of depict like one of the sales reps using a tablet to generate a quote. So just to kind of give that idea. Now I want to upload our logo. So I created a white one for this purpose. So we insert that. Looks like it's cut off a little bit. You can see that. So what we'll do is we'll click on this, which is the mask, and we can actually make it show the whole thing, and we can move it. It's really easy to use, as you can see. Now, the first step in the AIDA method is attention. So we need to create a headline that's really going to capture their attention. That's going to kind of hit home for them and make sure that they know that they're at the right place. So for this headline, I came up with the text, streamline your sales process with technology. Okay, so a lot of the businesses that we were contacted based on them looking for this type of service, most of them were kind of like they're really behind in technology. They were pretty old school, using a lot of paper, faxes. So I know that if we hit the right demographic, they know they're behind in technology, so this is kind of what they're looking for. I want to change this font. I also want to make it white so they can see it a little better on that dark background. So you just change that. You could change this color to white. I think this is Roboto font. Let's see. You can click on settings and fonts. Roboto, yeah. I want to change it to maybe Lato. Yeah, Lato. And then I'll use the light font. So this kind of matches a little bit more with the style of the logo. So go ahead and choose this. I kind of want to make it a little bit bigger too. So maybe about 57. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let me shrink this so it kind of goes on 2 lines a little bit, like that. Oh, the spacing is a little too much, so we can change that spacing a little bit here. There we go. That looks pretty good. Streamline your sales process with technology. All right. So there we go. Now on this subtext, I want to make sure that they know what we do. So I'm going to write custom quote work order and contract generation at the speed of light. Starting at $99 per month. All right, so we need to make it so they can read this. So let's change this to white as well. I think I accidentally clicked the italic earlier. We'll make this a little bigger. There we go. That looks pretty good. So custom quote work order and contract generation at the speed of light. I put speed of light so they kind of have the idea that it's going to be a quick and easy process. And I wanted to put the price just so they know that it's affordable. Let me shrink this a little bit. All right. Now the call to action, you know, most likely they're going to want to read a little bit more, but just in case they're coming back or something, we could put the call to action here. Get a free consultation. So everybody likes free, so we want to make sure we write that. So there we go. Get a free consultation. I'm going to move this up a little bit. All right. So there's our first step, which is the A in AIDA. Now the next part, which is interest, we want to make sure that we capture their interest. So at this point, they're still kind of scanning the website. You know, they're not really reading in depth. They kind of read the headline, they're like, okay, I think I'm at the right place. Now the next part, basically we want to make sure that they know that we have something that they could be interested in. So let me change this. Yeah, we could put a picture here. So let's see what will be good. Maybe, let's see. I got this guy that's on the quote. It's kind of similar to the other one. Do we have any other pictures in here? Not really. Let's put this. Maybe we'll change it a little later, but basically this picture. Oh, this is actually a preset. I don't want this. Let's just change this. Take this all out. All right, so I want to insert an image here. I'll put this insert. All right, so now I can change the size of it. Yeah, I put this just because a lot of companies that contacted us in the past were solar companies. So just so they know that we can, you know, do some work for solar. So I'll put that image here, and I want to put some headlines because people, again, they're scanning at this point, so I want to put headlines. So I'm going to just put some bullet points. Let's see. How about I need a headline first? All right. So your headline. This headline, the best thing to put in this section is like a intriguing question, something that's going to really make them think a little bit. So I'll say, let's see. How much money and time will your company save with instant quote order So I'm repeating myself a little bit, but I want to make sure that they know, if just in case they didn't read it. I don't like that spacing. Let me put it closer. Let me change this font so it's a little darker so they can see it. There we go. How much money and time? People usually say time and money, so let me just change that. How much time and money will your company save with instant quote, work order, and contract generation? I don't know, how much time? But, you know, it's just to kind of get them thinking, like, you know, how much money are they currently spending? You know, what are they currently, you know, how much time are they spending? So I want to just put some bullet points also, just so they can kind of get the idea here. So I'll put a little, I clicked on paragraph. I can add this in here like so. It's white, so we can't see it. I'm going to make it, maybe make it a little different color, maybe a little lighter gray. And then I want to make this bullet points, like so. So we'll say many companies spend hours putting quotes, putting together quotes and contracts. And right now, really what I'm trying to do is just qualify them. I want them to feel that, you know, they can, you know, kind of relate to some of the bullet points that I'm putting here. Some have their people Okay, some have their salespeople put together proposals which keep them from doing their main job, finding new clients, which is a big problem. We had a lot of companies that had their salespeople spend hours creating the contracts and the quotes, when really we want them to just be out there finding new business. So this is really going to help them. Too many business owners don't realize that most of their information can be technology. So again, we're targeting the companies that are kind of behind on technology. So too many business owners don't realize that most of their document generation can be automated with technology. Hopefully that's one of them, and they're just now realizing what they need to do. So if this kind of hits home with them, I think we're okay. Let's see if I can separate this. I kind of don't like that. Let's see. I want to separate just each line, so I guess I'll put a space. Like that. Maybe the font size is too small. That looks a little bit better. I can align this up a little better. Okay, and we can always go back and manipulate it. We're going to be manipulating a lot based on the kind of the feedback we get. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, that's a big part of websites. The problem is, you know, I see this a lot with our clients. They want everything perfect. Nothing's ever going to get perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. You may create something that you think is perfect, doesn't work. So might as well just get it out there. So, okay, so next section, so that's interest. We want to make them interested by having them kind of relate to what we're doing, making sure that they're the right fit. Okay, so here's another headline for desire. Now, desire basically want them to make sure that now that they know that they're at the right place, get them to want it. So what can we do? We can put some sort of case study or just what to expect. We'll just put, you know, incredible results. I kind of want to make this a dark background, so we'll do that. Let's see. Block style, background colors, just make this a little darker. See, does that look good? We have more of a bluish hue. So maybe we can kind of match that a little bit. Maybe make it more blue. How about a light blue? Yeah, that looks kind of okay. All right, we'll try that. And I'll change this to white so we can actually see it. And I'll make this a lot bigger. All right. Incredible results. Okay, what does that mean? So people like numbers. So imagine a 50 to 90% decrease in the time it takes to complete your sales process. This means the ability to make more sales, happier employees, better customer support. Let's try customer satisfaction and increased revenue. So I didn't just kind of make this up. This is actually true on some of the case studies that we've done on the ones that we've built. We literally saved them that much time by automating this. You know, they were using faxes and emails back and forth. We created a system to just kind of make it kind of automated, and they really saw a lot of good results. So it's true. This service, you know, everybody is happier. All the employees are happy because they don't have to work so hard. Salespeople are happy; they can make more money, making more sales. Okay, one thing I noticed is the font's not right. So let me go back to the fonts. I didn't change the other one. So yeah, this one's still Roboto. Let me try changing this to Lato. Let's see, do light. Okay, that's pretty good. This one is a little hard to see, so let me see if I can change this one. They're all a little hard to see. Maybe I'll make this normal font. Yeah, that's okay. All right, we'll do that. Okay. Imagine a 50 to 90% decrease in the time it takes. Okay, perfect. So now we have that. So hopefully this will kind of compel them to think about it a little bit more. Feature headline. So I think, you know, what we can do here, we'll just put a, change this image. I can do, put this little guy here. Okay. That's fine. You know what? Okay. You know, I want to probably do this a little later. What we'll do, undo this. I think I'm just going to do something like desktop, tablet, mobile. So I'm going to put some icons for desktop, tablet, and mobile right here. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see. I don't know if I have any icons that show that. If not, we could check the free ones. They have actually free assets in here that you could choose from. If not, I'll go ahead and create some icons and come back to that. Okay, so next headline, we're going to basically kind of get them closer to pulling the trigger. So this one we'll do Why work with QuoteLogic? Okay. Quick and simple process. Everybody wants quick and simple. Oops. All right, you know what? Let's try this. We'll use this template right here. Quick and simple process. No project. No product too simple or complex. Unbelievable return on investment. Everybody is concerned about the return on investment, so I want to address that for sure. Satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Breaks down the wall of fear by knowing that they have a satisfaction guaranteed contract. All right. So we can write a little bit of headers for that. I'll make this one a little darker so I can see it. Okay, testimonials, we can add that later. Incredible results. One thing that you want to make sure, and here we go. Basically, in Instapage, we can actually do the mobile version as well. So it's this is basically for desktop or tablet when they're looking at it, but what you want to do is actually enable the mobile page. So if people are looking at mobile, which most people these days are, you can kind of see how it's going to look, which is in the center section. So we need to relay out some of the items to make sure it makes sense. So right here, this looks okay. They'll be able to read that. This portion, how much time and money, maybe this image is not as important, so maybe we can move this image down a little bit. The text is a lot more important than the image at this point, so we can move that down like so. Okay, that's fine. We can move this up, so not so much white space. Incredible results. There we go. Desktop, tablet, mobile. Once we put the icons, that's good. Why work with QuoteLogic? And let me go back to the desktop real quick. I don't need these numbers really. Kind of doesn't make sense. Icons would probably be nice for this, so maybe some more icons we could put. We could put that. I don't need a call to action here yet. There we go. Maybe I'll put, let's see. I'll put test us. We have smart people. You know, we could just be a little playful here. I just want to depict that we have really advanced programmers and there's no calculation or anything that's going to be too difficult for us to kind of do. Let me just change the color so I can make sure they match. Oh, put this in the wrong place. This will be under no project too simple or complex. Quick and simple process. System speed of light. System developed in the speed of light, easy onboarding process. Okay. Test us your complex calculations. We have smart people. All right. Unbelievable return on investment. Generate more revenue instantly. Automation. Satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Worry-free process. Satisfaction is always guaranteed. And again, this is just really quick, just kind of from the top of my head. But one skill that you probably want to work on, just in general for being an entrepreneur, is the ability to kind of write the sales content. Just kind of get into the minds of your customers and being able to put on this content that kind of speaks to them. So once you have the ability to do that, you get a lot more confident with starting new businesses, starting new ventures, because you know how to sell to them. You know what's going to actually get their attention. So this is a really big part. Testimonials, I did capture one testimonial based on one of our past projects. So I'm going to add this. I just have one right now. So we can take all this out. I don't have a picture for him either. But we can add some random guy for now until we get his picture on here. I'll move this right here. Maybe make this like that. Somebody's calling me. Don't they know I'm making a video right now? All right, let's see. Here we go. So let me write the testimonial. So the testimonial was, with our new proposal system, we were able to increase our sales revenue by nearly 20% just because our sales reps have more time to sell. And this is true. That actually was more than 20%, but we can be conservative. 20% is still a pretty good number for something that might cost couple $100 a month. So let's change this image right here. For now, we can replace it with his real picture if he lets me put his picture on here. But I'll put, do I have somebody? Okay, let's see. Who can we put? We'll put this guy. Okay. And we can put its face here. And we can do that a little bit. Okay. this. Tosal. There we go. And his name is Scott. We'll put Scott Y. It looks a little big. So we'll put this, decrease the font a little bit, maybe a little bigger than that. Scott Y. Okay, that looks good. Move this up. I don't think we need this section, so we'll just delete this block. Oh, actually, we do need one more section. Let me put that back in. Let's change this background image, something dark. Don't have anything. Just make it dark background color, like this. And what I'm going to do here is actually make a contact form, so they can actually contact us. Okay, so now we need a call to action. So this is the action point. So up to this point, hopefully they've made a decision that they think, okay, I want to get a free consultation. So let's go ahead and add a call to action, which is going to be a form. So I'm going to add a headline first. I want to make this white so they can see it. We'll put, let's get started. Let me center this. Drag it right here. Now I want to put a contact form so they can contact us here. Add a form. Okay. I want to change this button to get a free consultation today. And we can edit these forms to ask what type of questions we want. So I want to add a field. I want to put a phone, so I could get their phone number, name, email, phone. That should be enough for now. Maybe I can add another field as far as some notes. So I'll put a text area. I'll put a message. So here we go. So we make this a little bigger. Move this button down a little bit. So now we have name, email, phone, and message. So just in case they have a specific request, we can do that. So pretty much this is our full landing page. I'm going to change this at the bottom, 2019 now, and I'll just change it to QuoteLogic. And again, we'll go back and make the final changes on everything. There's a little off center here, so let me fix this. Okay, line it up. That looks good. That looks good. We're going to add a couple of icons here, but that looks good. Now let's take a look at our mobile version. Okay, so that portion looks decent. This looks okay. We're going to have 3 icons, which is fine. I'm going to change this a little bit, move this up. Simple process. I'm still, thinking about maybe adding some icons for this too, but we'll see. I think we have enough to at least get started. Move that up. Move this up right here. Move up this. Let me merge these sections together. I mean, the testimonial is really just to make sure that they understand that we can help them, and we want to put something, from a similar type of company so they can relate. And that's really the whole purpose of that. As we get more testimonials, we'll keep adding them. Get rid of all this blank space. Make this button centered. Shrink this a little bit. Move that here. And this looks pretty good. Pretty good for doing something, you know, relatively quickly. Go back to the desktop version. So another thing we need to do is to link the button at the top to the form at the bottom. So basically the way we do this is clicking on this, making it go to on-page link, and then we just highlight this section, and there you go. Now people, whenever they click on free consultation, we can try it out. It should take them to the contact form at the bottom of the page. Okay, I click here, takes them to the form, so that works fine. Now we just need to do a few of the settings. So let's see, integrations, SEO, we can do all this a little later, but for now we want to do conversion goals. So form submission, links on the page, we want to make sure these are clicked. Basically, then we can track anytime somebody clicked on get a free consultation or filled out this form and submitted their information. That way we can figure out how many conversions we're getting per view. Okay, and it looks like we're ready to go. Let's go into the form and make some final changes. The submission, what we want to do is add you know, what you want to happen. So after they submit it, we can have a message. We'll put a thank you, a representative will contact you shortly. Just make it two sentences. That's good. And then redirect to Instapage. It's just going to do that, and I think that's good. And basically that's it. We're going to get notifications to our email and through Instapage once this is done. Now we want to publish it. So here we go. Looks like we missed a few things. Mobile page is not finished. It's enough for now. Variation ably split test. This is a good idea, what we want to do. So later on, we're going to make a couple different versions with different headlines, and we can actually split test them. So what happens with this is that we have the same site that gets loaded, but when we do an A/B split test, it'll randomly change the content back and forth between the two versions and let you know which one performed better. So that's a good thing to have. So we'll do this anyway, and we want to, let's just do a custom domain, and then we need to add a new domain. So subdomain, I'll just do www and QuoteLogic.co. That's the actual domain name I registered. .co, .com was taken, .co, that's fine for now. Okay, so it wants us to go into where we register the domain and change the DNS records. So we just need to copy this, secure pageserve.co, copy that, publish, says it's done. Now we can go to, I registered this domain at Namecheap, so we're going to Namecheap. I'm already actually on this QuoteLogic.co. Go to the advanced DNS settings, and I can actually change these records. So right here, the www, we can change this value to, I changed it to 5 minutes, so it'll just change quicker. So that's fine. And this URL redirect, that just means when anything goes to, say, QuoteLogic.co without the www, it's going to redirect to the www version. If it goes to www, it's going to point to Instapage. So everything looks good on here. It takes a little time for it to propagate, so it's not going to work instantly, maybe, you know, a few hours. But that should be it. Now we're back to the page. So let's go back to Instapage, and here we are. We can look at the site that we built. Just takes a little while here. Well, let's preview it. And here we are. This is the website that we just created. Didn't take too long to create. Kind of basically tells a story of what we do and what we want to, who we want to attract. The only other thing typically that I add to these landing pages, and is really just mainly for lead generation, is I want to create a chat. So a chat box. So let's do that really quickly here because it's very simple. The company that I usually use is called talk.to. Talk.to. So TAWK.to. And it's very simple to integrate this chat onto your on your website. So the good thing about this too is it allows you to have multiple websites on one free account. So let's see if I could create a new account. Okay, sign up for free. I'm going to save this. Okay, language, property, we'll say QuoteLogic.co. Team members, I don't need this, I'll skip team members, and here's basically the widget. So I'm copying that widget and then just click done. Now what I want to do, and all your chats will show up in here. You can download a mobile app that'll actually have the chats appear on your mobile app, and it's free. The only time you have to ever pay is if you want to add more team members, and eventually once the company gets bigger you're going to need to do that, but while you're growing it, while you're testing, you can use the free version perfectly fine. So now I could go to the settings, I could go to where the widget here, and go to widget settings. I want to make sure this site kind of matches, basically have the chat box kind of match the website that we created. So I actually go to widget appearance. So by default, it comes green like this. So I just want to change the colors to make it the blue of the QuoteLogic. So we'll say kind of like this looks pretty good. If you want to get really detailed, you could do color matching and things like that. I mean, right now I'm not too concerned with it. So we'll do that. So basically this is our chat right here. I can make it look like that or make it have, make it look like this, a little bit bigger. Let's see. I'm trying to decide which one I want. We'll just do the chat bubble. So this is fine. So we'll save that. It says it's unable to save. What's happening here? Bubble, agent message, save, unable to save form. Okay, let me just refresh the page and see what's going on with their website right now. Okay, so change the color again. Let's see if it'll work this time. Save. Okay, it worked. It must have been just a glitch. Okay, so now I copied the code earlier, but if you want to kind of see that again, it's just this code right here. We can copy this. And now we go back to our Instapage. And we can actually, when we edit it, we can insert some HTML. Another part we can actually put it in is, I think under settings, there is HTML, CSS right here. So we could put this in the footer. So click on footer, just paste the code, and update. and we should be good to go. The other thing you want to probably install also is the analytics. So Google Analytics will help you because depending on your marketing methods and what you're doing, you can actually see the results. So that's going to be very important. But just to make this video a little quicker, we'll skip that part. But let's go ahead and preview this page. Let's see. I don't see the chat, so I don't know if it'll actually show on the preview itself. Let me double check and make sure the code is in here. Under the footer. Oh, it didn't even save. Interesting. Close this. Paste this. Okay. Let me see if it's saved or if I cut it out again. Oh, it's there. Okay. Update. Now let's preview it one more time, see if it's saved. And there we are. So there's our icon. I don't like this "we are here" thing. Let's go back to. That's pretty ugly. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. We could go to widget appearance and take that off. So the bubble, it says it's off. Okay, so I don't see the bubble. Let me just save it again. Well, it looks like they're having some glitches. So I guess we can fix that later. But that budget is actually, that bubble that says "we are here," you can actually remove that typically. Oh, here we go. Remove. There it is. Save. And there we go. So now let's go back to our Instapage. And now we have a live chat built onto our website. So we have a live chat with the website, adds some credibility, makes it easier for them to ask you some questions, and we are good to go. Once I finish this section, I'm going to go ahead and launch and test and see if we can get some leads on here. So hopefully you guys see how pretty simple it is. I mean, it took us a little bit of time to kind of organize things, but once you kind of get in the flow, you kind of have your content ready, it's pretty quick to build a site on Instapage. And again, if you need information on how to create an account, check below in the description. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. You can email me at jkityt, which means YouTube, @gmail.com. But hopefully this was helpful, and until next time, I'll see you guys.